In a peaceful village, there lived a young boy named Ethan. He was intelligent, hardworking, and full of dreams. However, there was one thing he lacked: patience. He wanted success, but he wanted it quickly. If he didn't see immediate results, he would give up. Ethan admired successful people and often wondered how they achieved greatness. He would start a new habit, like exercising, reading, or learning a skill. But after a few days, he would get frustrated and quit because he didn't see any significant progress. One day, Ethan visited his grandfather, an old wise man who had seen many seasons of life. Seeing Ethan's frustration, his grandfather smiled and said, "Ethan, do you know the secret to true success?" Ethan shook his head, eager to learn. His grandfather continued, "Let me tell you a story about patience. There was once a man named Jack who desperately wanted to become a great sculptor. He found a large rock and started carving. For days and months, he chiseled away at the stone. But no matter how much he worked, he couldn't see the sculpture taking shape. Frustrated, he almost gave up. One evening, an old sculptor passed by and saw Jack sitting sadly next to the half-carved rock. The old man asked, "Why do you look so disappointed?" Jack said, "I've been working on this for months, but it still doesn't look like a masterpiece." The old sculptor smiled and said, "Have patience, young man. Every great creation takes time. Keep carving, and you will soon see the beauty hidden inside the stone." Encouraged by the old man's words, Jack continued his work. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Slowly, the rough stone transformed into a breathtaking statue. People from all over came to admire his masterpiece. He finally understood that success is not about quick results, but about persistent effort. Ethan listened carefully and nodded. "So you're saying patience is the key to success?" His grandfather smiled. "Exactly. Most people give up because they don't see instant results. But true success comes to those who patiently work towards their goals, even when progress seems slow." Ethan was deeply inspired. "How can I develop patience, Grandpa?" His grandfather shared some valuable lessons. 1. Focus on progress, not perfection. Success is not about being perfect. It's about improving little by little. Even a 1% improvement each day leads to massive growth over time. Ethan realized that instead of expecting big results overnight, he should appreciate small improvements too. 2. Embrace the journey. If you plant a seed today, will it become a tree tomorrow? Number. It takes months, sometimes years. Life works the same way. Enjoy the process rather than rushing for results. Ethan decided to enjoy learning and growing instead of always seeking immediate rewards. 3. Learn from failures. Failures are not the end. They are stepping stones. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. The only way to truly fail is to quit. Ethan remembered the times he had quit too soon. He decided that from now on, he would keep going, no matter how tough things got. 4. Develop daily habits. Success is built on daily habits, not one-time efforts. If you read 10 pages daily, in a year you'll finish many books. If you exercise for just 10 minutes daily, you'll become fit over time. Small, consistent actions create great results. Ethan made a plan to build small daily habits instead of waiting for big changes. 5. Practice gratitude. When you feel impatient, remind yourself of what you already have. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It makes the journey more enjoyable. Ethan started writing 3 things he was grateful for every night. He noticed he became more positive and patient. Over the next few months, Ethan applied these lessons. He started small, but remained consistent. At first, the changes were barely noticeable, but over time, his patience and perseverance started showing results. His grades improved, his skills developed, and he became more confident. Years later, Ethan became a successful businessman. People asked him, "What's the secret to your success?" He always smiled and said, "The power of patience." Success is not about how fast you reach your goals. It's about how patiently and persistently you work towards them. So, what will you patiently work towards?